What is it? Tell me about it.
This is a 1993 964 convertible in Amethyst.
Amethyst.
With, from the factory, half magenta leather interior, magenta and light grey, and
wow,
factory Porsche flip phone center console.
No way.
Super respect.
How?
Super like Miami, like German doctor who's also a coke dealer.
German doctor, drug dealer in Miami.
Yeah, dude.
How did you fall into it?
It's funny. I was looking for.
Were you looking for this, or it just came on the radar?
I wasn't. But I was thinking about a Vert.
Yeah.
Because I've got a 10-year-old daughter.
Got it.
And she, for Christmas last year, I bought her a vintage Barbie 964 convertible.
You had me for a minute. A Vert convertible.
A Vert, yeah.
All right.
A Vert.
I've never owned a convertible. I don't like them. So the term Vert is over my head.
Dude, I've never had one. I love this thing, man. Like the exhaust note when you got the roof down through the canyons is like awesome.
Did you watch California?
Yeah, dude. So the final.
I never got into it.
The final flight that I took when I moved here, like the final flight when I moved to Los Angeles, they were showing the pilot for Californication on the plane.
Oh,
like the very first episode, you know.
Yeah.
And then I moved to that neighborhood when it was that neighborhood, and I was like, oh.
What year was that?
2004.
Maybe I got to rewatch Californication.
The first two seasons are really good, and it's that era of like. It's that era of Venice, man, when it was just like, you know, Equator Books and Joe's and Howells and all that shit, you know.
I'd already left like 10, 12 years before that era. Yeah, this is why I don't have convertibles.
See, I don't have that problem, Magnus.
No, I know, I see that, I see that. Finish the story on how you found it.
So yeah, I was kind of like half thinking about it, you know, like middle-aged guy in Venice, California. I was thinking about the Coveney and Californication, you know, divorcee, kind of third midlife crisis, I like to say. And then my daughter was into it, and this popped up on Facebook a few months earlier and then disappeared again. And I love purple and pink Porsches, as you probably very well know.
Right.
And then through pure fluke, it popped up again, like at the end of August. And I was getting ready for Robin's rally, and I didn't have a car. And it was like, it was an impulse decision. And then when I learned about the car and learned how rare the spec is, I was just like, dude, I gotta have that car.
So how'd you find it?
It was in,
After it disappeared?
Well, it popped back up, and I pinged the guy. I assumed it had sold immediately. Yeah. And I pinged the guy, and he was like, oh, the ad must have reactivated. I didn't realize I was selling it. And he gave me the story about how, like, Santa Clarita wanted it because of the color that they for their color. And I said, look, you can tidy it up and spend all the money and take all that risk, or you can sell it to me for the price you got listed.
Wow.
And I put it on a trailer. It was here in less than 48 hours, I think.
Where was the car?
It was in St. Louis.
Okay.
So it was driven like 2 days straight. It came out of the transporter on the Friday night. I was already like a day late for Robin's rally. And at 5 in the morning, midnight it arrived. 5 in the morning I got in it and drove it to Cambria to catch up with the team, the crew.
How was it on the rally?
It was just awesome.
No issues?
It drives. I was worried it was going to be, because I didn't lower it and I didn't put these wheels on it.
So it came like this?
Yeah.
So you haven't done anything to it?
I've redone the interior. So when I got it, the guy I bought it off, he found it in a garage, super low mile car, 56,000 miles. But it had sat in like a service shop for a long time. Yeah. The leather was all discolored, so he had swapped the leather out for like a mid-gray that he had on it. He already is a 964 guy. And the roof is black under here, which it should be magenta. So this is the original cover.
Yeah.
I have just had all of the leather. It took me there's a whole story with the steering wheel, but I had to find a magenta steering wheel first before I could do everything else.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, that seems way too perfect to be the new original wheel.
I had a fever dream one night about magenta Porsche steering wheels. Couldn't find one for 6 months. Woke up in the middle of the night. This is God's honest truth. Looked at, did a quick search, 964 magenta steering wheel. eBay popped up, $700.
No way.
Really good condition.
No way.
But I couldn't even see, man. The sleep was still in my eyes. Buy it now.
Of course.
And that was the start of everything. So I had some of it's re-dye, some of it's recover. But this is the factory spec. This is how it came out the factory.
Did you recover the seats though?
No, the seats are. I think the seats have been redone at some point.
Okay.
But if you look at the door cards, they're original.
Wow.
The console's original.
So Felix, you're a world-renowned artist, designer, disruptor, musician, father, international man of mystery. Why the pink 964 then?
You know, I love colour, right?
Yeah.
Like when I was in the band back in the UK, everybody was wearing black and plaid, and I like just fell in love with putting colours together that maybe shouldn't go together.
Got it.
My art has colours in it that shouldn't really go together.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great collaboration that you and I did, what, a couple of years ago,
A couple of years ago now, yeah. Yeah.
So you like colour. It shows right there on 277 in the river, and it also shows on the 914. Let's go revisit this project, because I didn't need another 914. I already had one. And I literally, for those that don't know, bought this just for the arrow on the door, which then inspired this collaboration that we did together.
Yeah, and that was, you know, when I did that, that was like, it was one of those things, right? Instagram famous. Yeah. Everybody was like, oh, dude, yellow door with an arrow on a silver car. That's so bitching.
Yeah.
When I came to sell the car, you were the only one dumb enough to buy it.
It was bitching, but no one wanted it. And that was the inspiration for what became this art car.
Yeah, and I think even with this one, right, the colours are subtle, but it's very, very bold. And like, I'm just drawn to the bold. And so Porsche, in the Porsche world, pinks and purples are like absolutely my favourite colour. So when I saw the 964,
that was it.
I had to have it.
So it raises the question, are you going to add any more bold colour to it, contrast arrows or anything like that?
No, this one, I think it's got the little yellow sticker on the back end from my buddies at Roma.
And that's it?
And that's it. The gold wheels, may well get some cups, cup ones, and colour code those. But I think it's probably going to be more purple rather than anything else, you know.
All right, that's all I need to know. What year did this Mickey Mouse gooseneck, you know, brake light thing come into play?
I don't know, because I'm assuming it was like, this is a late car. This is a 93.
Keep going.
And I'm assuming that this was a late edition, because I've seen a lot of earlier cars that don't have it. So I'm assuming it was like I assumed it was like a 92, 93. Of course, someone will correct me now, but like...
This is only US spec, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I sit in it?
Yeah, dude, get it on.
I got to wrap my head around this phone you got going there.
It's like, it's so trick. I'll sit beside you.
Does it work?
No, but I might, if I keep the car long enough, I might get someone to put new guts in it, you know? They just unclips. And then it's got like, it's like old school hands-free, right? You've got a microphone up here, there's a speaker there. God knows how you're supposed to hear that with the roof down or the roof up. Nokia flip, but like original Porsche Nokia flip.
No way.
Like, I've been told by several people that nobody ever bothered with this because it was so expensive at the time that it's like super rare.
Where was the car originally delivered to?
I think it was Midwest somewhere. It's hard. It's only had like, I think it's only had 2 owners. Genuine miles. 50. What's it got now? I mean, I put a few miles on it. 50. It had 55 on it when I got it.
Wow.
So I've put like 1,600 miles on it since I got it, and I drive it. I drive it to work.
This has got to be a real conversation piece.
Oh, it is. I mean, like people at Air and Water, people were flipping out over the spec.
I bet.
And I've just found an OEM magenta roof to go on it. The fabric's no longer available.
What were the original wheels it left the factory on?
It had 16-inch cup ones.
What colour?
Just plain silver.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about going for some. I'd like to get. I like these. These are cool, but like I'd like to go for some 17-inch cups.
Yeah.
Possibly color code them.
Yeah.
You know, either purple with a car or even like an off-white for the interior.
Cool.
You know.
Or be real Larry and go bronze.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
And what's going on back here with the seat
delete?
delete?
Dude, it's also got the rear seat delete luggage rack, factory luggage rack on it. So it's like a really like high spec, weird spec car. You know. Super interesting.
Super clean.
Yeah.
Runs good?
Oh, it runs great, man. Pulls hard. It's got a Steve Wong chip, cat delete.
Wow. So someone had really ticked all the boxes.
Yeah. It's got Bilsteins. Drives beautifully, handles beautifully. I absolutely. I never thought I would fall in love with a convertible, but this car is bitching. Like.
I get it. It's a statement piece.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I'm not into convertibles, but you had me at purple.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome.